Happy New Year, everyone. Oh, 2023. Is it just another year for you? Or are you here to do something different? Do you think, like maybe in the past years, if you were to take stock of your life, do you think there's something you would have loved to change about your past? If so, then it's time to do something, just like myself. I mean, over the months, over the years, I've always thought about doing something different, creating content, like just going out there with words, impacting people, just sharing my life in a good way. But there's just been so many things that has prevented me from doing it. One is job. Everyone can relate to that. You have so much to do at work. And sometimes maybe because of movements, you move from one job to the other. There's another learning curve for you. You just feel like, you know what? This one pays my bills. So let me stick to it. But down the line, maybe at the end of the year, you think back in and you're like, I wish I did something different. I wish I did something different this year. Then it's time to do something different. Sometimes like there are some passions that you feel heavy with it, like it's a heavy load on you. You're not doing anything about it. Every time you remember, and even when you go through your phones, you see that you enjoy watching people who are living that dream, but somehow, you've never ventured into it. I'm here to tell you, just do it. Sometimes there might be fears you don't even know, like what if this goes haywire? What if this doesn't work? What if I invest into it so much? Because especially in this time and age where competition is so high, the standard is going higher and higher. You just can't bring in trash and expect people to want to listen to you. You feel like, oh, if I had known, I'd have done this months ago, years back. Several people who started off on this track years back, they've built a brand for themselves, they've built a name for themselves, and the market is saturated. How will I fit in? The truth is, there would never be a better time than now because things are going to get better. And if you leave out doing it right now, years down the line, you're going to live in regret. And you would rather be in a position where you tried and failed, you tried but didn't continue. Because, yes, you can never know how good a thing will go until you venture into it. Maybe halfway down the line, you realize that your work is so demanding, your family is so demanding, other things, other cares of life are so stretchy on you, and this is a side hustle. This is my passion, but doesn't put food on my table, at least not in the meantime. I can just let this slide. I mean, that time you can always pat yourself in the back to say, at least I tried. At least I did something. At least I gave it some attention. Now, you might ask, where do I begin? The year has started already. Like, sometimes when we're getting towards Christmas or towards December, everyone is so excited, and this is some time to rest, it's some time to cool off. The whole Christmas is here, some holidays and all of them. But the truth is, sometimes I feel like even that time is even much more busier for most of us because you have functions to go to and you just want to pack up everything into one. And if care is not taken, you might not even get the time to actually rest. So that you find out that you worked yourself up, you worked so hard into the new year. And then you pick up the bag of the new year, and then the cycle continues. But you can choose to do something about it. I'm just here to tell you, choose to do something about it. Where do you start from? Start from what you have already. I mean, so many people are of the opinion that if I have to do something, I have to do it good. If I have to do something, I have to do it well. I'm going to put in my all. I'm going to invest into it. I'm going to make it look like once you see it, you'll be interested. And sometimes, especially when you're your own critic, that you ask yourself the question of, if I put out content out there, if I put out a service that I say I'm rendering, or a good that I said I'm selling, if I were to stand aside, I'm not me, I'm just a random beneficiary or maybe customer, potential customer. if I stand aside and look at that product or look at that service, would I want to invest in me? Would I want to buy from me? Yes, that's a very good place to start from. As much as you want to put something out there, as much as you want to put out the content, you don't have to do it in a way that you wouldn't even be proud to tell someone else, hey, look at my work. Hey, look at what I'm rendering. Would you like, you should be proud to show off your work. People who are friends with you should be proud to recommend you to some other people because they know that you bring your A game to it. You're going to give them quality and nothing but quality. So that's where you have to start. The new age that we are in, technology, the social media, all the platforms that we have made things very high standard. The requirements are so high that before you can fit in and fit in good, you have to bring in your A games. Not to say that you cannot do something. You can start somewhere, but have it at the back of your mind that whatever you want to churn out there is something that you would be proud to tell someone else about. It's something that other people will be proud to recommend to other people. It's something that you, if you were to be someone else standing aside and looking at your work, will be proud to invest in. So, it's a new year. Don't pack resolutions like you would have done in the past. I know so many people have resolutions that they don't even remember. Maybe sometime years to come, you just pick that jotter or that journal and you look at it and like, did I write this thing for myself? So many people are on that ship or on that table. Don't do that this year. Pick one thing. And you know what? When you decide to do something different from what you've done in the past, it helps you manage your time. Like you have it at the back of your mind that, oh, today I have to create time to do this. And if I have to create time to do this, then I have to do these other things because there are certainly priorities. So this one is a side hustle. This is something I want to just chase at for my own pleasure, for my own satisfaction. But there are other things that require or that demand more of your attention. So those things are priority to you. You have to deliver on them first. And so you're able to manage your time, you're able to allocate time and resources to them, and you realize that it makes you conscious of your time. It makes you careful about things you do. Like you just can't be lying on the bed, even if it's on Saturday. You just can't be lying on the bed up until 12 o'clock because you're tired from the previous day's work because you know that if I lie on this bed up until this time, then I can't do this, I can't do this, I can't do this. And if I can't do this three, then I certainly can't do this other thing. And I really want to do that one. So it gets you up the bed. Oh, a lot said. But I hope this inspires you to do something. Just search within. Sometimes you don't even need to search within. There are things that jump so right at you when you remember what's that thing that you would have loved to be doing. What's that thing that when you scroll over your phone, you're just looking at other people living that dream for you, and you wish like, oh, I wish I were doing this. I wish I was in a position to do this. You are in that position. Just do something.